So let's see. As long as everything goes right. Open with photos. No sound. Okay, you got sound? Yeah. Okay, that's good. You can hear me. Anyways, the first question was, what form of transportation did Mary and Joseph use to get to Bethlehem? The answer to that question was, the Bible does not say they went from Galilee to Bethlehem. It was an 80-mile trip for them. It is likely that they rode some type of animal, but the Bible gives no, I hear you now. Oh, that's good. The Bible gives no details. It is commonly depicted that Mary rode a donkey while Joseph walked alongside, but that is simply an artistic depiction. We do not really know for sure. The second question, what did the angels sing to the shepherds? Well, technically, the angels are never said to sing in the Bible. Each time they appear, they only speak. However, to answer the question, the words praise God, the angels praise God with these words: "Glory to God in the highest, and peace on earth, and goodwill towards men." So they said them, but whether they were sung or not is not truly known. That's why this is my biblical trivia challenge. It was to be a little tricky, challenge some of the preconceptions that we have. So the third question was, how many wise men or kings or magi came to see Jesus? The answer to this question is, the Bible does not say how many wise men there were. Traditionally, tradition says there were three because of the three gifts. There are even names given to these wise men in different countries and cultures, but we don't really know their names. It is also very likely that there were many more than just three. Question four, how old was Jesus when the wise men found him? Now, I did a video about this, and people were supposed to answer between the video and this thing, so it is certain that Jesus was somewhere between a month and a couple of years old. The wise men saw his star at his birth and began following it. If the journey was 500 miles from Persia to Mesopotamia, around modern day Iraq, um, around modern day Iraq, then it would have taken at least a month by the time they arrived. Jesus and his family had moved into a house. Later in the story, Herod deferred all the children aged 2 years and younger be killed. Therefore, Jesus was at least a month old and not yet 2 years old. Don't say. So, question five. What animals does the Bible say were present at the birth of Jesus? In the New Testament accounts, of Christ's birth, there is no mention of any animals. However, in Isaiah 1:3, could be a prophecy talking about at least a donkey seeing the crib of his master, God. It could also allude to the fact that an ox was there too. Ox was there too. If a bunch of shepherds were there, one could assume sheep would have been present, but there is no definitive list of any animals mentioned in the Bible. Question 6. What was the name of the unkind innkeeper who would not allow the pregnant Mary to lodge in his inn? The Bible does not say, nor does it even say that they were inhospitably turned away from an inn. It just says there was not room in the inn at Bethlehem. There may have been many hundreds of people camping in the streets and countryside during the mandatory census. Answer. Okay, these don't necessarily count as for answers since I'm going over it. What is the name of the priest who was told he would not die until he saw the Savior? Okay, I'll wait to see whether you can get this one before I put it up. Give me time to answer. Doot, 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 doot. Wrong. Simon is Simeon. Luke 2:25 and 26. Not such a tricky one. And of course, the last question, question 8. This priest did. Well, actually, John the Baptist's father had a name too. Zacharias. They did. They do. And Caiaphas, the high priest. There are several priests names mentioned in the New Testament. Heck, even Aaron, the first one. And the last one, question 8. Two of the four Gospels do not mention the birth of Christ. Which two? No, Mark and John. Okay, but the contest rules was you had to answer in the thing beforehand. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't. Oh shoot, I didn't go on to the answer for that. Sorry. Rose. But like I said, you had to have answered in the comments before the video. There was only one person that answered anything, And I'll show you who here in a second. Although you can't find it in the comments for some reason, but I don't know what happened. Give me a sec here. Just want to. But the only one to have given an answer get to it okay was Annie, and it was the person who got the most right and had commented, and the only one that there was a comment was from Trusty Sidekick, and he got the last one right, as you can see there. Did I win? You didn't put any answers in the chat or in the comment section. So that means Trusty Sidekick won since he was the only one to have commented in the comment section. Yeah, but if you listen to the video from Friday, or no, Saturday, it's about who comments he had from Saturday till today. To listen to the video and comment your answers in the comment section. So, Trusty, if you're watching this, DM me on Twitter and we'll figure out what you want for a pick, whether something I've already done or something new. But we are in, again, our chapter in our book, Who Needs a Superhero? Right contest. Boom. And we are in chapter 9, Daredevil Discernment. So, at first glance, Daredevil appears to lack the stuff from which superheroes are made. Where the mutant hero Havoc can fire bolts of sizzling energy plasma from his hands, Daredevil can taste the additives in his Diet Cola. Where Hulk compressed more than 100 tons, Daredevil can identify the perfume from 2 blocks away. Where Quicksilver can run at speeds in excess of 175 miles per hour, Daredevil reads newsprint with his fingertips. Where Thor emerges intact from a nuclear blast, Daredevil responds to being shot by a handgun by bleeding freely and passing out. Huh? This is a superhero? Truly, Daredevil's not your ordinary superhero. There's no there's no stronger or hardier. He's no stronger or hardier than an ordinary athlete. His most sophisticated weapon is his cane folded into a billy club. He lives in Hell's Kitchen. His sole superpower, heightened senses. Right. Where the ability to hear a pin drop might sell telephones, it hardly seems to qualify Daredevil for leading a war on crime. Oh, and did I mention he's blind? Hero worthy or not, Daredevil remains one of Marvel's longest running characters. Since the sightless hero debuted in 1964, he's attracted some of the medium's most gifted writers and artists. From the golden age, like greats like Bill Everest and Wally Wood, to contemporary Wonder Boys Kevin Smith, Brian Bendis, and David Mack. The best of the Daredevil issues created by Frank Miller are as good as comic books get, and Old Hornhead is one of the more popular superheroes on the silver screen. His origin is a variation of hero seeking revenge theme. Young Matt Murdock wants to grow up to be just like his father, the rough and tumbling prizefighter battling Jack Murdock. But the elder Murdoch has promised Matt's dying mother that he would help the boy get an education and make something of himself. At his father's insistence, Matt applies himself single-mindedly to his studies. He hits the book so diligently that he earns the enmity of local bullies who mockingly nickname him the bookworm Daredevil. Unbeknownst to his peers or father, Matt sneaks away from the books to the gym for exhausting workouts on the bag, the rings, and the beams as he grows. Matt develops himself both mentally and physically. While he's on his way to fulfilling his father's precarious ambitions, when an accident nearly derails his plans, Matt sees a blind man crossing the street in front of a runaway truck and springs into action. Leaping forward, Matt pushes the blind man to safety and but is struck in the process. On the impact, a barrel tumbles from the truck bed, breaks open, and splashes Matt's face with radioactive waste. And also, some have said it also splashes the turtles. Some goes down a drain and splashes, and then some turtles and a rat, and they become the Ninja Turtles and Splinter. But that's not written here. And when he wakes up in the hospital, Matt Murdock is blind. The combination of the impact and the radioactive chemicals have robbed him of sight. However, the accident has heightened Matt's remaining senses, granting him superhuman perceptions of a rich world of smells, tastes, sounds unimaginable to ordinary people. The exposure to radiation has bestowed upon him a mysterious radar sense that allows him to detect objects' movement, and distance. Matt keeps his newfound abilities a secret and redoubles his efforts at both school and the gym. And that will be it for today for the reading. So I'm going to send out an invite to some people, see whether they want to come in and chat on the panel. I know you'll get one, JP, and I know you can't come, but I just send it out to everybody. Okay, so who is all still here, anyways? No problem, Mr. Pete. It's good to have you here. Good to have had you here for a bit. You made it interesting at the beginning, for sure. Okay, let's see. Now we need to share the screen. Hide. Need to plug in our tablet. Well, hello all who have come into the room. I am doing some shading, as you can see here. And turn me down, mother, please. Feel free to ask questions, comment, whatever. Hello. Hello.
Just trying to get my camera that's fixed right now for the moment being. How's it going?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing all right. Did a lot of shopping yesterday, and I actually got myself ordered instead of buying at a store and a mic stand and clip for the camera to go up higher, so I can position it anywhere so I can get more. Move these stupid balls out of the way. Yeah, I went to GameStop, got some of these. Like they were like, get a little coin, put it in there. The vending machine, you get a little build a head figure.
Cool.
Yeah, and I also found this for $5 at a kiosk. It's a little model kit.
Cool.
I'll build it tomorrow on I guess Model or JP's channel.
Yeah, actually, I might try and join that one day because I've got something that would be neat. I bought a 3D puzzle from the dollar store a while back.
Nice.
Of the CN Tower.
Nice. I might go back again and get more because this was only $5 and there's 5 pieces. And apparently you just build these little guys up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And there are 5 of them, and they can connect like a giant,
whatchamacallit? Robot?
Yeah, Voltronish. So I was like, that's cool, $5 each, and they can do that. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty neat. I definitely want to collect the rest of them.
Yeah, they sound good.
Yeah. So I got almost everything ready. Got a new headset. Well, the new headset was, well, my mother wanted to get me something for Christmas, so I said, okay, a headset. And, well, got a nice headset, but it won't be able to use till after Christmas.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What are you working on today?
Well, I'm finishing up the shading of that I started on Friday. My character, Darkness.
Cool. Right here. Ready.
And if I get done him, I'll move on to another character.
That's awesome. That. Yeah, because right now where the camera is, it's not actually the right viewing. I have to flip it or something. But oh well, I'll just do with what I can at the moment. I'm hanging up a chandelier. It's just so powerful. What are you doing digital today? Or are you doing
Yeah, I'm doing digital right now. Usually I end up doing digital when I'm shading and all that. So
that's cool, man. Oh, JP's in the chat. Hello, JP.
or he was. Who's yeah? Because I got the last thing. Somebody saying something was Mr. Pete. So I'm not
No,
sure if anyone. Am I up to date with the chat, or do I need to do something and redo it?
I'm gonna put the video on there so I can see too, so I can click over to the chat if I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, there is. Well, there was Mr. Pete, but then he's gone now.
Yeah, but he's the last one I've had having said something. So I was trying to make sure that not missing any of the chat.
Yeah. See here. I think I'm just gonna go over and get some ideas for armor and stuff off of Google. So some armor.
Okay, yeah, I've got the chat where it needs to be. So we got 3 viewers. Let's see. Go back down to the blue shading. Because we missed some stuff, I think. Go there.
Get some of this stuff. There we go. Looks like a pretty cool guy. Is he a villain or a hero?
Villain.
Usually.
His name is Darkness.
Oh, yeah, that's very simple.
Here, hold on a sec.
Sure.
Hopefully, I'll be able to have his info. Okay, I'm back. Thought I had his info, but hopefully. Let's see.
Ooh, nice. See what I can do with this picture here. That looks really cool. Skyrim armor, nice. No, I never played Skyrim, but the armor looks really good for some of these like random images that are popping up.
Oh yeah, Skyrim's good. I played it. I beat it actually.
Nice. Yeah, my thing was with Skyrim was like, well, it wasn't Skyrim, it was Oblivion.
Just
It was just
the
so
Elder
huge.
Scrolls Part 5.
Yeah, that was very big. I get lost in those games, so
Yeah, it's easy to just keep playing and playing and playing.
I'll just make this is gonna be the body. That is.
Yeah, well, sorry I got started a bit late on Saturday.
No, it's
That
okay.
you weren't able to join.
Yeah, I was like looking at the clock. It's like usually he does this at 10. Something must be up with the Apollo guy because I remember you told me before that about him getting late and stuff. I was like, well, maybe he couldn't do it, or maybe it's just going to be late. And I was like, yeah, I'm tired. Uh,
Yeah. Well, also I was late too. He
I,
forgot. And luckily, me tweeting him, that helped him remember. And I was, like I said, a bit late because I was at a Christian singles Christmas party, and I was helping with the setup and tear down and all that, and it took a little bit longer than I was expecting.
oh, that's nice, man. Did you meet anybody?
Oh no, well, I met
Oh,
all sorts of people, but nobody in that regard. In that regards,
oh, that's unfortunate, but
well, I started going to it over a year ago, and I basically almost 2 years ago now, actually. And yeah, my idea was going for it at first was that, but there's most of them are a lot older than me, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do it to go out and have a good time.
yeah. Well, some people, age is just a number.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could go younger, but I'm just not. I want to have kids and all that, and
Oh,
it's hard to have kids with people 20 years, 10, 20 years older than you.
I
Nothing
understand.
against, nothing against them. They're all good people.
Yeah, I see your point, man. Well, there's always someone
But
out there for you, buddy. So yeah,
yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't be friends with people. Make
exactly.
new friends.
Oh, exactly. Uh, But how did the interview go? I haven't caught it yet. So.
Pretty good. I did one boomer dumb thing. Well, not for him, but in setting up, I accidentally put the Hangout uh, link in the description.
Whoops. So did people join in?
I had one person that I had never met before join in.
What happened?
Nothing. It was all right. It was just I was
Oh,
wondering how the guy got the link. He seemed like a good guy, no cussing or anything like that.
well, that's
But
good.
he was I forget what his name was. You can see when you watch it, but
Okay.
he's not really a comic book guy. But it had Google or you had to YouTube had it as a recommended for him or whatever. So
Hmm. Interesting.
and he came in and he ended up hitting the link in the description. I
Oh,
found
that's
out
interesting.
about. I found out. I forget where I found out. I'm like, I'm going in to put in, the links for people's channels and stuff, in the description, and I noticed that's not a link to. Oh, I was making sure the indie. I was going to go put the Indiegogo for in the chat, so they wouldn't have to go into the description, and then because I thought it was the first link in the thing, and it's like that's not the Indiegogo for Apollo. Oops. And I see Hangouts in it. I'm like, oh
Ooh.
boy. Okay, we have to change that fast.
Yeah, we don't need more unexpected people.
He seemed like a good guy, and it was great having him on. So
That's cool. At least you had company.
yeah, well, there was more than him. Well, I think there was JP might have been it. I'm not sure who was in at that point with me besides the guy himself. But it was just
Well,
enough to be okay. This is different.
oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad things worked out.
Yeah.
So how's that guy's doing on his Indiegogo? Pretty good, decent.
Well, he's asked. I think how much was he asking for? Let's see. And I just got agenda today. I
Oh,
got the
really?
$30. I got the $20 here.
Nice. Wait, he already shipped it out, or you just grabbed it today?
I just grabbed it, paid for it.
Oh, okay. I don't know who. I mean, who else has gotten theirs? Yeah, I haven't done much
Yeah.
of ordering yet either. I mean, well, I did get Little Girl Lethal. I decided to. I was like, yeah, that's not a good. That's a good deal. I think it was the price. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. Let's see. Apollo's at 485, and it's only he's asking 4,000. He's got 19 backers so far, and he
Nice.
closes on the 30th. It's all black and white at the moment. It's probably not going to be color because he's got a $15,000 stretch goal for that, but it is, it's great art. You know,
Oh yeah.
he just hasn't been on a lot of people's stuff. He hasn't been getting noticed. So, and I'm doing the Lost Prince graphic novel on last Saturday of this month, the 29th. I've got one that's not on IndieCon next week. Just some people I know from. I'm in some Christian comic stuff in the thing. So
Yeah, I
on
remember you telling
Facebook,
me about that. That you had like the Kickstarter guys.
yeah, it's the Kickstarter guy. Most of the time, I'm going to be sticking to IndieCon,
Yeah,
but I think I can trust these guys. I've been acquaintances with them for quite some time on
nice.
Facebook, so in some groups with them. So I figured,
That's awesome. Yeah,
uh,
that's really good. You know what you're doing. You're helping people out. Trying. We were all trying to. Because I noticed you were jumping streams with me too. Because we were on Edwin's before he went all robot on us.
yeah. Hey, Brad. Oh, we got Brad Noble in the chat. Good to see you, Brad. I
Hello,
am just
Brad.
shading my character. Darkness. Oh, that's what I was gonna do quickly. See what our comics.
Interesting how they do this. Oh man, I've been like ducking and diving spoilers for that Dragon Ball movie.
Uh,
Someone actually on YouTube's already put the full movie from in Japanese. They were streaming it like yesterday. I clicked it to see if it was real, and it was. So I jumped right out as soon as I realized it was, so I didn't spoil myself. Can't believe some
uh,
people do that with movies. Live stream movies, record it and restream it.
okay, Brad's wondering who you are. So, want to tell who you are?
Hi, Brad, I'm P.S. Melter, a fellow friend, I suppose, and and a somewhat of an artist as well. Just drawing some armor. Who are you, Brad?
Melter. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have much on. Yeah, at least not that I can find on the moment. Darkness, that is. But his real name is Ebenezer Prism. He's 5'10", weighs approximately 59 pounds. He's a freelance spy. He's mobile for city residents. Black hair, dark blue eyes, and his first appearances in Snowdrift #4. Not that that tells you a lot. Brad says, I am the unit designated as Brad.
That's funny. I like this Brad guy.
Yes, Brad is a good guy.
I've been drawing a little bit here and there. I actually didn't do much yesterday because I was all the shopping, so I just like sat down and watched some Stargate. I think I'm like on season 3 now.
Uh, cool.
Yeah. I looked up, like you said, to see when Atlantis comes in, when I should start, flipping back and forth with that. It's going to be a while, so I got at least a couple more seasons at the very least.
Yeah, you got to, I'd say, at least season 7.
So by the
Don't they?
time by the time they bring back, by the time they kill off and bring back Daniel's character,
Yeah,
yeah,
Daniel was killed off at the end of season 6, beginning of season 7, and he comes back to the end of season 7, beginning season 8.
yeah.
Hey, Bob. No, Bob wasn't a moderator. Bob
Mhm.
doesn't want the job. I mean, Brad doesn't want the job. Does it, Bob?
That's one or the other. All Bobs are the same. Ooh.
He says, "What are you talking for TV?"
There. That's okay.
Okay, so now
Just
we.
held on by a ring instead. Leather.
And no, Bob, you can't kick them.
Bob always likes kicking people.
Figured I'd answer that before he asked.
Yeah.
Bob says, "I'm too lazy to create a new fake account of him." Yeah, you got to be running out of emails there, eh, Bob? Because Brad's a long time supporter. Brad was here before you.
Yeah, who it was? I think it was Bob, was it? Someone was asking me, uh, am I trying to get me to join the cult of Raven or something? I was like, I'm good. Like, you will join one day.
Bob says, "I'm fine with the numbers, but it's getting messy." Yeah, you got to write all these accounts down somewhere, eh, Bob? Passwords and all that. Go to the blue highlights first. Tints. She saw Brad. Since the screen is shared, you just said hi.
That's there.
Bob says, "Wait, I did have a fake account of him."
You have a fake account of everybody.
At Bob, Brad says, "At Bob Popio, I'll give you one better. You only trust me one time." Okay, not sure what he means by that, but huh? Says Bob. Think we can guess? Guess what?
What?
Oh, Bob says, "Think we can guess," and I'm saying, "Guess what?" Hey, John. John Dillard is in the chat, and he says, "I'm drawing hentai, not for Bob."
That's great. Good for you, Boku Pico. I bet it's furry. John Dillard. Hurrying up the system.
Eagle 43 said to me to ask people heads or tails before timing them out.
No timing people out right now. I don't like this shoulder armor piece.
Bob says, "John, stop gaming the system." Then he wouldn't be John gaming the system. Make the flip, Bob. Do it, says Brad. Heads or tails? You both lose. Tails. ERT says, ruthless.
Oh, we finally got Ortiz back. That's good. Haven't seen him in a little bit, kind of.
He was in John's this morning.
Cool.
Well, in the chat, not the panel. He might be somewhere where he can chat on a phone or something, but you lucky? Part of the charm. You lucky, says Bob. Part of the charm, says Brad. Part of the charm. So Trusty's sidekick won the giveaway.
Nice.
He was the only one to put in anything in the comments. And the one thing he did put in was correct. He answered one question correct.
Oh, that's good.
I am shading and tinting my character. Darkness. And I'm not sure who what PS Meltzer's doing. He said something about armor.
Yeah, I was working on armor designs and stuff, looking at different concepts. Medieval, futuristic.
So, what do you people think of Darkness? Bob, who is on the panel? Me and PS Melter. I don't think there's anybody else there. Bob says, John, Bob retracted his message. He said, wait, I messed up. I guess.
Well, trust me, I do that all the time too, so I delete mine and retype it in.
Brad says he's digging the colors. Yeah, I'm going over a bunch of the stuff that I did gradients for now. I'm doing them in shading, making it look a little better. What do you think, Meltzer?
Let me flip over. Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better now. I like how the reflectiveness looks, especially on like the blue cape. You can see like a different kind of colors. You got like 1, 2, 3 different colors, maybe 4 going on. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gray looks good. Purple looks good. Yeah, it looks really good, man. Coming out really good.
Bob says, I'm too lazy to retype. Well, Brad says, too lazy to retype. Okay, so I'm going to export this. Brad says, Bob, you're killing me. John says, Bob was trying to trade hentai for a picture of your chest. He claims to have a picture of your bare chest.
Oh, stalker.
Bob says, I have two questions. Who is the male talking and what are he drawing? The other guy talking is P.S. Melter. He's been on here several times before. What am I drawing? Well, I just finished up shading my character Darkness, and he is drawing up some different types of armors from different references, either putting them together, or I'm not sure exactly how he's
just a little bit of both. I'm gonna change.
integrating them all.
Yeah, I'm just taking a little bit of aspects of like this one I saw and then changing it up as I go. And I'm gonna look for something different now because I'm done with this one. I'm not really like digging the helmet as much anymore. Let's begin.
Um, Brad says Dave Meltzer from wrestling.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I. And we
Oh,
have
did you say
we have
Dave Meltzer? No, I'm not Dave
yeah.
Meltzer.
Santa Raven is in the chat and says Merry Christmas, everyone, and good night, everyone.
All right, cool. This is more like what I was going for.
I'd say same back, friendo.
Here.
I'm here.
Here.
GP4 Don says good night, Santa. Bob says hail Raven, and JP4 says hail John, Bob, and Raven. Bob says I can't type from this phone either, and JP says and Brad. Dark Crone says hello. Bob says I will be back. Brad says this is the worst episode of Price of Right ever. JP4 says is that Brando? No. Brad says I did nothing. JP4 says I thought it was let's make a deal.
No, no, it's not. It's not make a deal. It's Mother Russia.
Brad says Wayne Brady is fun. Brady.
Wayne Brady. The best one thing Wayne Brady did was be on the Chappelle Show. That was hilarious. You haven't seen that, you haven't seen nothing.
Guess I haven't seen nothing then. Guess
Yeah.
you're getting nothing for Christmas.
You know, Wayne Brady made himself into like this really nice, lovable guy talk show, but then when he did the Chappelle Show, he was not that. Just for the fun of it, to be like, you know, like how celebrities probably are in real life. It was fun. He was like straight up gangster. It was hilarious. He was like, hey, Dave, eat your grilled cheese, Dave. You know what, Dave? Give me your grilled cheese sandwich. Oh, I don't want to give you my grilled cheese. Shut up, Dave. Give me your grilled cheese sandwich. Okay.
Says Brad. JP says, "Who is the drawing man?" Uh,
JP's being
that's
funny.
Malta. I think you
Oh,
mean
what are you
Rose.
drawing? Maybe it means what are you drawing?
I'm doing my character again, doing shading,
Oh,
and
you
I'm
got another
almost
guy now.
yeah doing my character Demon Blaster.
What female guy, John Dillard?
Oh, saying they thought you were Brandon with the
No.
line notebook. With the line notebook,
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
draw.
I don't know. I'm just switching back from different kinds of paper to see what I like better. Trying different techniques because, like, I'm not really having a good time with some of these papers or stuff. I'm just going back to what I know.
Uh, the dollar store. Well, Dollarama where I go mainly, but even Dollar Tree I think has some good notepads that you can get fairly cheap to draw in, or sketch pads.
Yeah, I just like sometimes I do good on the sketch pad, sometimes I don't. So I was just like switching it up for the moment, going back to ballpoint instead of using the Copics because like sometimes the Copics fight me, sometimes they agree with me. And I'm just trying different things to see how it works.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a cool helmet. I want to try that one now.
I'm. JP says I'm bookmarking a PDF of federal regulations. It's a lot of fun. Did you say so?
You know, I just said, oh, I found a nice helmet. I'm going to try draw.
P.S. You have models now? Says
Well, is that,
JP.
well,
Guess he's
Ben had
asking you if
before.
you.
Ben had some. They're all kind of like been messed up when I moved. I thought I had them safe, but most of them broke. But yeah, I got this one here. This one's pretty cool. It was $5, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good, and it's got a lot of stuff in there, a lot of parts. So it's pretty cool. And it also came with gum.
Gum, go gum, gum, gum. Hopefully it doesn't gum up your works.
Yeah, and I also have to rip the box open carefully because the actual instructions are inside the box. This part, these instructions here are after you buy all the pieces and you can, you know, Power Ranger them up together. So I'm not going to do it until tomorrow with JP and Model.
JP says nice, and he says gum or desiccant. Not sure what he means by desiccant.
I think it's gum because I've bought like they were just like desktop figures. They were really tiny, and they came with gum, and I tried one. I was like, yeah, this is gum. I was like, and I tried it, but it was like old stale gum because it came from Japan years ago or whatever. Let's see.
Bob says, I'm back. And JP says, I will corrupt all streams with mortals. Hi, Bob.
Yeah, like good luck with that. I was like, you gotta stop playing the town builder and just keep building models if you want to do that, JP. Not that I got a problem with it. You want to corrupt everybody, make your choice.
JP says, no choice. I do all things.
Don't we all?
Bob says, Rick, will you ever make the mistake of taking my wrench again? How is taking your wrench or not taking your wrench a mistake? The question isn't, will I make the mistake of taking your wrench, Bob? The question is, will you make a mistake that'll make me take your wrench?
Yeah, Bob.
Bob says, you did it 2 to 3 times without real reason. I did nothing wrong. Poor me. Says Bob.
Bob was like guilt tripping everybody.
Yeah. He tries to make you feel guilty over whatever. You know, I think John hit it on the nose earlier on his stream. That accusatory tone from Bob.
You're like, but I need a wrench.
You have not yet given me a wrench. Why not? Bob says, you can trust me. When I time out people, it's always me from another account.
Well, I said he's
Yeah.
trying to get burning points to say, look, I am a good moderator. I get the bad people out.
Yeah, himself.
Yeah, so we fixed that
It's a
problem.
cliche. I don't know what that means. Apparently, he doesn't know what the term cliche means. I think that's a bit cliche-ish. Saying he doesn't know what a cliche means.
How unfortunate. That's looking pretty neat. Almost Road Warrior-esque now. Just walkie away. Walkie away. Since you can't really see it that well, if I turn it over,
Bob says, you got to promise me to never take my wrench. I will be a good Grinch. Well, I can't promise something like that, Bob. I'm not going to promise something that you may say you're going to be a good Grinch, and I know you will try. But I can't say I'll never take it. But then again, like, if I get big enough, I probably won't notice, and I'll have other whatever. And JP says, looks like my son made a video, and he gives a link. Bob says, is it Fortnite? And Bob says, I've got to go in 4 minutes. Or 4 minutes.
oh yeah, Bob's the Grinch. So make another little top armor set.
Thinking as long as Matt doesn't have anything planned for Friday, Matt Kosen, the Creative Agenda, I might have him on because it's his last night for or last day I think it's his last day for his Indiegogo. Or
Oh, really?
Saturday might be it. Second to last day because he's got 6 days left, and I've got somebody else for Saturday, so I might have him on Friday if he wants to come on Friday night. Him and his brother will talk. He can talk all, all about agenda and maybe have James on again as well.
If you do that, get James on. You better go. What was it? Yeah, get Todd too. No, 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 you're doing it wrong. Mm, you just, just know what you're doing's just wrong there, James. Mm.
Uh, well, James is the writer, so
You know what I mean, right? Come on, everybody loves Angry Todd. Angry, sleepy Todd.
I'm not sure whether he can get anybody for Saturday. I'm just thinking a bigger name if he can get on some bigger name person than me for Friday. It would be good. Or I mean Saturday.
Man, you're gonna be running out of people to talk to. You have to keep bringing new, older people back again.
Yeah, well, hopefully once we get to the new year, I'm really running out of people right now because let's see, I got the Prince guy. I know he's not. I hate to say it, but I doubt he's going to make it because his closing date is the 31st of the month. He's asking for $5,000, and he's only got $105
Oh gosh, that sucks.
and 4 backers.
Hmm.
But
That really
at
sucks.
least I might get him some exposure and all that for next time. You know, get him a few more subscribers or whatever. It's like here's a look at it if people wanna.
Give me a
The
sec.
art looks. I'm just printing. That looks pretty good. He does. I think the art looks good.
Yeah, now since I'm going through the pages, yeah, it looks a lot better.
But he doesn't have a lot of stuff here either. So you know,
I mean, let's see. You're looking at his pricings and stuff. He wants $1,000 for an original painting.
the original oil being framed
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty cool, but I don't know if anybody in the comic book
by
community.
Rob Archery. I'm not sure who that is. And
I
it's
mean,
16 by 20. It's probably a good deal. I won't doubt that.
but my only
But
thing
he
about
goes
that
he
is,
goes he goes from 50 to 1,000. That's he goes from
it's not just that. It's just like I don't really know many people who like in comics or like buying comics. Also like to buy oil paintings.
yeah,
I'm not a. I don't have any oil paintings really. It's
yeah,
not. I mean, I've dealt with oil paintings or trying to paint with oil and stuff. It's a whole different medium in a way.
yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with the guy. More power to him.
But and that's the thing too. I think a nice little aspect too is with these people that are not doing so good, we can come on, even help them for their next campaign. anybody who's in the panel who might be able to think of stuff.
Yeah.
Because the one guy on Saturday, we were suggesting that he make his $25 tier his featured one instead of his 90, because it was probably a little bit better deal.
I
And
think the
there's
best thing is the deal.
the both actually it was probably both a good deal, but it was just I don't know how to say it. You know, you see $90 as your best deal, especially from somebody you don't know. You get and that was his top tier too, $90. Well, we had a good time, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, all you're doing really is trying to figure things out, um, trying to see if you're getting the audience you want, and trying to see if what you're selling is the right price. Because like when I was on and talking with just in the chat with Donald DeLay and Andrew Huerta last week, they said Stickman looked great. They loved the way it looked, but their problem was, they never heard of Stickman before, but apparently he's been, out for a while. The other thing was his pricing for how much you're going to have to pay for a book. He's like, well, since he's already made all these comics, he's getting the first issue free here. He should just add the original issues with his new one, the return or whatever, and that would have been worth the price he was asking for. And then when I mentioned Hero, he's like, yeah, over 150 pages for that price is a steal. He's like, you got two different ones, one asking for like 48, the other one asking for, more than 100 of that. Of course, you want, in a way, you want for the same price the one that's going to have the most pages, and
Yeah.
that's one of the things. And I can see that. And I almost got Stickman, but it was like I just made my own decision. I'll probably get it the next come around if the pricings are reworked and everything
Yeah.
another time.
Uh, Agenda, it's $1,000 away from making its goal, or under 1,000 now.
Yeah, that's good.
And, and and I got, like I said, I got the 30. I got the $20 tier. It was plus $10 shipping,
Nice.
and I get a comic, a postcard, and a poster. All well, at least one signed. So, and I paid like $40 Canadian, so that's not too bad.
No, I think that's pretty good.
And people can make their way over to Agenda too. I got a link in the description if they want to buy it. I think it's good enough. Yeah, I think I'll contact Matt after this and say, hey, Matt, want to come on Friday? I'll do my live drawing. You, James, and maybe brother promote.
Sure.
Uh, it's not out of your book.
That sounds like a good idea, man. One more push. Come on. Yeah.
And hopefully they can get somebody else on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about having them on Saturday too, but usually want to keep one book at a time, especially on my smaller channel.
Yeah.
Keep the focus on one person, or try to.
Yeah. You can have many people asking different questions, but when you're once you're having multiple people talking about books, sometimes it can get clustered. The last thing you want to do is have a little, you have like a bunch of people here. All right, so we're going to talk about book A, then we'll talk about book B. So, well, then there are people still wanting to ask questions about book A when it's book B's turn. So then you're eating up time.
Yeah. Because, like I said, I've thought about it. Once the new year hits, I probably won't have any shortage of. Or once February, I just got to get through January at this point.
Yeah.
Talking for people for books, because it's only a couple. I was thinking there was one that looked good that I was thinking of having on, but I'm just not sure what the subject matter. I know it's comic books and all that. I'm just not sure how much I want to promote the whole magic thing.
The Magic
Magicians and
Comic.
all. Yeah,
Okay.
there's
Fantasy stuff. Yeah.
which one? Can I go up here?
I'm a big fan of the Magic. And
Yeah, this one, Guinevere and the Divinity Factory. It looks good. They're only wanting 1,000, and they're at $538. So
that's cool.
I might have them on again. I might have them on if I stuck. I guess in the new year. They're supposed to finish the 9th of next month, so January.
That's cool. That's cool, man.
It's just what it can be for other people. I'm just like with me being the Christian channel and the whole magic thing. It's like it seems iffy.
Oh, I understand.
But nothing against them personally, and I know it's only a comic book too. But
Yeah, I mean,
I did go see Doctor Strange, so
my thing is like, well, if you like Star Wars, it's like magic and sci-fi.
yeah. I I don't know. I want to be consistent, but I don't know.
I know you're a big superhero guy, so that's pretty cool, though.
Bob is back again. Ah, Bob is back.
Backpedal Bob. Hmm. Let's see. Go back to the beginning. Google search. Need something different. Just too futuristic. See, maybe I'll just
TCP says hi, Bob, and ask him what the new profile pic is. And Bob says, Brett, JP says, it's me, Kelly. Goodness mystery.
okay. Go kill some elks.
And he asks, is this Music Man? No. Well, close, but no cigar. It's Demon Blaster. Bob says, that's Melody Man. How is that close to what? Yes, he is good. He is a good guy. He is a good guy looking in a good world. That's where his name comes from. It's probably what most people are wondering. That's a demon snorkelak. I'm not sure what that is, but years ago, for those who know what a demon blaster, a ghetto blaster is, a couple friends of mine renamed ghetto blasters that played Christian music demon blasters. So I made the concept into a character.
Interesting.
And he uses music or sound to as his main weapon. Well, he's got brute strength too because he's a like 10-foot tall robot controlled by VR. So I know. JP says I most want to know why those colors. Um, I don't know for sure why. Just because I wanted him to look a bit menacing, and I thought the black and grays would do that. You see an 8-foot tall or 10-foot tall robot that's black and grays with just a hint of red. Think twice. No, he's not a demon. It's well, you probably heard me by now. 8 foot tall, 10 foot tall robot.
Oh, remind me of this
Yeah,
band called, I think, 10 Foot Ninja or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll
JP
be right
says,
back.
okay. Yeah. JP4 says, okay, so he's a sound wave. Sort of, yeah. Except a human does control the robot over VR from, however far away. Got built in Wi Fi, all that. Um, Bluetooth also. Yeah, partially. Is he is he a sound particle? He can amplify, probably pick up and record any
All right.
sound. Let's see. Disco. What are his weaknesses? Um, Probably some sort of extreme heat. Melt the robot. Something to interfere with the Wi-Fi connection. Hold on, be right back.
Okay. All right.
No. He's gonna be made out of metal. I got papers here and trying to find his history of going through my computer and hoping it's. I've got it here. I know I wrote it out somewhere before, but we'll go through my computer. Hopefully, I have it there. Yeah, I'm thinking about.
Hey, thanks here.
Hey, Tank. You want to jump on in? Feel free, Tank.
Let's see.
Let's see. Characters. Okay, well, I don't got his history here, but I do got something that at least might satisfy Bob. Powers, skills, and powers. Uh, do he's running errands. Tank says, do you have any 3D models of any of the characters? The closest 3D model I've been working on one for Insecto, and I do have the sort of one that I had for the Canadian Shield, but I would really like to get new, better ones. I'm not the best 3D modeler, so anyways, here's the powers and skills. Although James has no powers of his own, the robot known as Demon Blaster that he controls has many abilities. Demon Blaster can lift up to 12,000 pounds, has speakers in his hands that can project up to 10,000 watts at any object or person. Through jets built into his feet, he can fly and reach speeds up to 500 miles per hour till his energy tanks run out, which is about 5 hours at top speed. However, he does have built, built-in solar receptors, thus giving him the ability to recharge. Although this would give him longer flight time, it would not be indefinite because he uses energy faster than he gains. So the longer the flight time would depend on when he starts to recharge. Now he can also project a low level energy voltage shock at anyone who punches or kicks his metal skin. Yeah, I've seen that the Click model of the Canadian Shield. It's looking good. I like it. Um, the sensors in the robot can mimic three of the five senses, being sight, touch, and hearing. His sight sensors can see various different visual spectrums. The audio sensors can hear a pin drop at a heavy metal concert. All this information is sent back to James in his VR control pad at his headquarters. James is unskilled combatant. However, all of Demon Blaster's abilities seem to make up for this. And that is the powers and skills of Demon Blaster. I do have a history for him, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure where it is offhand. Let's see. Whether we can get one other thing. For those interested, PNG. Open the photos. There is most likely what the console looks like for the VR pad. They'll hook up into the middle and you can, move in 3D.
Nice.
Have you done a lot of work? Rick, you have done a lot of work. You need to get a book out. Yeah, well, I do have the Canadian Shield for the number one issue for digital download at the moment. And I'm waiting until I get around 1,000 subscribers to, and John is slowly in the middle of remastering it for me. And I'm also waiting till I get, like I said, about 1,000 subscribers because I did a Kickstarter about 6 months ago before. Oh no, back in like February or something like that.
Almost been a year. Wow.
And I
mention that?
did it for like 20 or 30 days or something. Might have been, and I only got like $60. Where's it at? It's on my website, which there should be a link in the description. It's 250 Canadian. Once the remastered version is done that John's doing, anybody who's bought my version will be able to get John's for free digitally. But I'm starting to build up an audience here, as you can tell. And something I learned from Mike, I think it was, that you should have audience, before you do one of these Indiegogo things. Well, he learned it from somebody else, but you get the drift. I didn't have a big audience. I think I just barely started this. Actually, you probably won't be able to hear it. But I do have, when I do, let's see, screen share. Let's see. This video is not made public. And I'm not sure whether you'll be able to hear it. But I have a video that I'm going to use when I'm let's see, private. So I'm not sure whether you'll be able to hear this or not. But this is going to be my promotional video when things. Joshua, Isaac, Jacob, Samson, David. Okay, I'm gonna start this from the beginning. Sorry for the backlash about there.
Actually, I can hear it. So I think everybody else will be able to hear it. I'll just wait until. No, I can't hear anything now. Hey, Cross, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Assortment.
Okay, I can kind of hear it now.
They need to compete with the fictional characters in the comics and on TV and in the movies. You know them: Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, The Flash, the Hulk, Captain America, Iron Man. But I say it's time for new champions, Holy Warriors. And these are creations of mine. And you can help me bring them to the masses. And they are Electron, The Flame, Snowdrift, Ozona, The Wiz, Insecto. And the one that I want to start it all off with is the Canadian Geo. He is a virtual Superman. So I'm not sure what people thought of that.
It's interesting. It's different.
Well, it's made on the cheap too, with my little bit of know-how, editing and all that.
Oh, trust me, I know a lot about cheap because of how I'd record. So I knew that you were doing the best you could at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know all about that. But hey, for what you had to use, I think that was pretty good.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how much you were able to hear or not. So
I heard the beginning, then you restarted it. and then I didn't hear much because you had to restart of it. Then it came back in, and I was able to hear the gist of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, my only thing is like it's cool. But you know with the whole you're adding in the heroes actual footage. I don't know how that works into like if you can promote it or not like that on Indiegogo with like using footage from the movies.
Yeah, I never thought of that. But they're all like less than 5 seconds, so.
Yeah, I don't know how that factors in. I would ask somebody what they thought that if you could legally do that or not before you put it up there. Maybe you should talk to Ricada Law or something.
Yeah. Well, when I get a bit closer to actually putting it out, I'll probably do that.
But other than that, it looks great, man. I mean, it's a great concept, great way to try to get your stuff out.
Yeah, it's not the one I had when I did my thing. I actually did that part a long time ago, the voice stuff, and I was trying to get somebody else to help me do the video, but they always had some excuse not to work on it for 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took me like I don't know, half an hour, an hour. After I had the pics and all that, a little bit of stuff like that. It didn't take me long to put together.
Well,
You
that's good,
know,
man.
the hardest part was finding all the different pictures and all that, and that scene near the beginning where I'm showing Old Testament and New Testament people, and then the people I'm calling out. Bringing them,
Yeah,
getting
so
all the pics, getting all the pics took the most time, but once I had the pics, it was fairly easy.
oh, yeah, it looks great, man.
Okay, that looks good. So what do you think of that? Well, should do some more darkening for the gray.
Oh, it's looking great. It looks very 3D-ish now.
Well, we're down to 4 people. It's just after 2, so I've been going for 2 hours. So I think I'm going to end for now. I'm just going to save this.
Alrighty, that's
And,
fair.
and I want to get downtown and get JP's thing off. And actually also just names.
Okay, let me just switch
Um,
cameras
yeah,
so we can show this better.
oh, okay. So now I'm complete.
Oops, not the right button.
Stop sharing.
Boom. Let's
So
cam.
you want to show where people can find you? Tell the masses where the not so masses where they can find you.
There we go for a little bit. What I've been working on is started ink a little bit, but yep, farmers.
Cool. Nice.
Thanks. So yeah. You can find me here on YouTube at PS Melter, or you can find me at Twitter Melter Downspace P.
Okay. And of course, you guys can always find me here, Cross Comics Noon, Monday through Friday, and Monday, Tuesday for sure, and Friday, 10 p.m. doing a live drawing. Wednesdays and Thursdays are always up in there what time it is because of Drawn and Quartered Pro and Fan Edition. And as well, you can find me on Saturdays here interviewing some comic creator. Next week, it's I think it's Grok Comics, and that will be uh, if you've ever seen Left Behind mixed with superheroes. So, hope to see you guys later today at 10 when I will be live drawing one of my characters. So bye for now. God bless. And remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, and comment. We'll catch you all later. Have a great and wonderful day.